Hello everyone. Before we begin, I have two things to apologize for. One is I'm recovering from a black eye. Two, I have to apologize for the sound quality in the video that you're hearing right now. It's kind of ironic in that today I wanted to take a look at the TASCAM TM-2X stereo microphone for DSLR cameras. Well, in order to show you the microphone in the video, then I have to use my other microphone to record the audio. Well, I went to get my other microphone and it was out of battery, and I could not find another battery in the house. So I'm using the built-in microphone in my camera to record the video right now. Later on, I'll give you a sound demo so that you can actually hear the difference between the sound coming from the camera's built-in microphone and the sound coming from this TASCAM stereo microphone. So let's take a look. Okay, here's a bit of a close-up of what you get in the box. You get the actual stereo microphone right here. You get an extension arm, which I'll show you what it does in a bit. And you also, this little mouse-like thing is a windscreen. So you put this over the mic to help when you're filming outside to cut down on the wind noise. This is the microphone itself. So I'm just going to rotate it a little bit so that you can see it from all angles. And this is the place where you would insert this into the shoe of your camera, and then you can tighten down the knob. The microphone has, you can see that it's actually got kind of a suspension built into it. And the purpose of this suspension is so that in case your camera vibrates, this suspension cuts down on the noise that would be transmitted to the microphones. Another interesting feature is that these are two microphones, so you're capturing stereo audio, and there's a cardioid response pattern to these microphones, so you can actually rotate the microphones 180 degrees to point it towards your sound source. And that's also important because you want to be sure and point your mics toward the sound source because of its cardioid response pattern. Some other interesting features of the microphone are that it's got a low and high sensitivity switch here, so that high is obviously a lot more sensitive and your audio will be louder. And on this side we have a flat and low cut frequency filter built in case you need to cut out some low end audio. And this plugs into the 3.5mm audio jack on your camera. So first you might want to be sure and check to make sure that your camera has an audio jack so that you can connect this external microphone. I don't have an extra camera here to show you, but you would insert the microphone into the shoe on top of your DSLR camera and then plug this into the audio jack. Now, my camera is very loud actually. When the lens focuses, it's a very loud sound. So in order to help reduce the microphone picking up on your noisy camera lens, they've included an extension arm. So you can actually insert the microphone into this end of the extension arm and insert this end into your camera's shoe slot. So this helps give the microphone a little bit of distance away from the noisy camera lens. And this also helps put the microphone just a little bit closer to your sound source. Now, one benefit that I really like about this camera, and at first I was a little bit skeptical, but this camera does not need its own 9-volt battery. Remember at the beginning of the video when my other microphone battery was dead and so I can't use it? I have to use my built-in camera's microphone for this segment of the video? Well, this microphone does not need a separate battery. No more battery wastage, no more, oh, I won't be able to use my microphone because my battery's dead problems. I was a little skeptical of that though, because all other external microphones that got all of its power from the audio jack, the sound quality was not so good. But you'll see in a second that the sound quality on this is very good, considering the fact that it does not need its own battery. So how does the microphone sound? Well, up until now, you've been hearing audio from my camera's built-in microphone. I'm going to read you some lines, and in this case, I'm going to read you some lines from Edgar Allan Poe's poem called The Raven. The first couple lines, I'll be using my camera's built-in microphone. Then, for the next couple lines, I'll switch. I'll put this mic on my camera, listen really close, and see if you can tell a difference. Okay, so here we go. The Raven. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore. While I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as if someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this, and nothing more. So hopefully from that experiment, and in fact I've got the microphone installed in the camera now, so even if you couldn't tell from me reading those couple lines from Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven, go back and listen to this portion of the video versus the audio from the video at the beginning, and hopefully you can tell a difference. That is the benefit of using an external microphone instead of your camera's built-in microphone. Now, obviously you're still going to be using your camera's internal audio circuitry and software to process that audio, but by using this external microphone, you'll upgrade your audio quality so much more than relying on your camera's own internal microphone. And with the benefit of the extension arm, the shock mount, and the directional stereo cardioid microphones, you'll be able to isolate the sound that much more. And the fact that it doesn't require an external battery makes it that much more convenient. So this has been a look at the TASCAM TM-2X stereo microphone for your DSLR camera. If you want to upgrade the audio in your video, I think it's a great microphone for the price. It has a lot of benefits and a lot of flexibility and a lot of functionality. So thanks for watching the video. I hope it has been helpful.